Okay, so now we are going to logarithm. We want to deal with logarithm. First of all, there are some rules in logarithm. So let's first of all identify those rules, after which we will now be able to identify questions in logarithm, because the rules will help you to understand how to deal with it. How do we define logarithm? Logarithm, first of all, is defined as in this way: logarithm of a number is the power to which the base is raised to give that number. So here's its logarithm. Now if I have log x y equal to b, what is the base in this case? The base here is y, x is the log, then b is your answer. So if I'm asking you what is the logarithm of x, that's simply the question. In order for me to find the logarithm of x, I can easily transform it to indices. So the base y raised to power the answer must give me that x I'm looking for. So that is how I can define the logarithm of x. I'm looking for log 16 base 4 equal to y. In order for me to find the answer y to be 4, base raised to power y is equal to 16. You see it now? So when I check, y has to be 2, so that 4 raised to power 2 is actually 16. This means that y is 2. That is how you transform this basic logarithm into indices. Once you transform it, you can now progress from there. Of course, you need to know how to deal with indices problems. Now, what are the laws of logarithm? We have one, the laws we have addition law of logarithm. In this case, it simply implies that you will multiply the log, not the numbers, multiply the numbers. What does that mean? If I have log a plus log b, I have to do log a times b. Log 5 plus log 18, I have to do log 5 times 18. That gives me log 90. Are you seeing it now? So that's how addition law works. Then the same thing for the second law, we have subtraction law. In this case, instead of multiplying the numbers, what do? You divide the numbers. So if the logarithm is being subtracted, just as what I'm showing you now, this minus this, this minus this, I'll simply put division of the numbers. You see, it has taken one logarithm as the solution. So this is how you deal with subtraction law of logarithm. What of the next law? We have power law. Power law implies that the power becomes the multiplier. Imagine you have log a raised to power b. See, the power here is b, so it becomes multiplier, which is b times log a. That will give you b log a. What if I have log a base b, but that a is raised to power y? Watch it now, because this is very, very sensitive. Once I know the laws, then I can begin to deal with some problems. This power here comes to the back, becomes y log a base b. That y has gone to the back to multiply the log a base b. Once it moves to the back, it's no longer there. Now, I could also have another case where I have log. Now let me show you side by side so you will see it. If I have log a base b, another case log a base b. But you see, in this first case, the power is on the a, but here the power is on the b. So this is log a raised to power y base b, and this is log a base b raised to power y. Then the power will go to the back, power will go to the back. But here's the difference. When this power goes to the back, it becomes a numerator, y log a base b. But when this power goes to the back, it becomes a denominator, 1 over y log a base y. So note the unique difference. The power of the log becomes multiplier. The power of the base becomes multiplier also, but an inverse multiplier, multiplicative inverse. So that's how we can transform questions into solutions through power law. Now, you only use the law where it is needed. I believe as I'm teaching, you can pause the video, take some notes down. You only use the law where it is needed. Now, those three laws can help us to deal with some questions in logarithm. Example. Let's say you are given that log 64 base x is equal to 3. Now, as you are looking at this now, you already know what to do. Based on what we've said, now you are going to apply that first logarithm I gave you, the basic definition of logarithm. We are looking for x now, which is the base, so you simply put it in indices form. So convert to indices form, express in indices form. These are the kind of problems you express in indices form. They are not adding, they are not subtracting, they are not having power, so you don't need to apply power law, addition law, subtraction law. So the base is x raised to power the 3 outside is your 64. Are you seeing it now? So we can just transform it into indices. And once you're able to transform it to indices, then from there we can push on. So that's the first key, transformation to indices. Right? Now, looking at this, your cube can go to the other side. It becomes cube root of 64. The cube root of 64 is simply asking you the number you're going to multiply in 3 places to give you 64, which is 4. Please take notes. You must understand indices very well to deal with this kind of mathematical problems. And you also need to learn your powers, how to deal with squares. That's how you're going to be able to deal with these kinds of issues.